Okay, this is how I work on my headlights. This one's actually a new one that was put in January of this year, and it's faded out, and I don't know what these guys did. It looks like the frame is new, but the light might be used from something else. It's got a lot of stains on it, and this black stuff. These guys, I know they messed up another light, and I tried to get them to refund and they wouldn't do nothing. In fact, this one looks like they sealed it too. It come off something else. They threw some junk on my car. But anyway, this is 400 wet dry. You can use water on this and it won't ruin it. Sandpaper, 400. And I use it 400 or 600. And I take and I have some soapy water right here so I can keep it super wet. And I sand and I sand this sand. And then I feel it to see if it's super slick. If it has a little grip to it, then I gotta sand some more. And you don't have to do it real hard. Just do it real light and keep sanding. And rinse your paper off as you go. But you can feel it to see if it has a lot of slip, almost like it's greasy. Then it'll be ready to spray the finish on it, which I'll show you in another video. I also take and I put some dish soap, like 2 drops, fill this with warm water, and then I shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, dump it out, fill some more warm water in there, shake it, shake it, shake it, dump it out. It takes about 3 or 4 fills in here where the headlight bulb goes. And then what that does is it cleans the inside mirror stuff. If yours is really old, some of that mirror stuff will come off. But these tend to leak. This one definitely does, and it's supposed to be a new one. And it looks like some stuff they rigged up because there's goo on the sides. It looks like they pulled it off some old car or something. This one's all busted up because the lady backed into me twice. But anyway, that'll clean out the inside pretty good. And then I use a hair dryer if I'm in a hurry to try and dry a lot of it. But you gotta hold it back so you don't melt anything. Otherwise, you let this dry for a day on the inside so you don't have moisture when you get ready to paint it. And anyway, you can also use baking soda and water, but you don't want to do that on the car because it will remove the paint. They use baking soda nowadays instead of sand to sandblast the car off to get the old finish off so that they can paint it. So you have to be really careful not to rub it onto your paint. So it's easier to just take the light out. This particular light comes out with 3 nut screws. This one's actually a screw that goes to the side light. And then you have one here and one on here. So it only takes 3. It takes a minute to pull that out. And then you unplug your light from the back. You twist it and take it off. And when I get done, I'll seal this light too after I paint it. But you gotta get this ultra smooth. Go back and forth. If you have to go in here up and down a little bit, make sure you sand over it this way, because you're gonna paint it this way if you're clear. But you want to make sure it's all going one way. So this plastic, you gotta keep this wet. I use a little bit of soap in this soap water over here so that it does clean it too. If you have any grease or anything like that, it'll get all that off. But you just keep sanding away. And it doesn't take a lot of pressure. Just the more times you go back and forth is the more it gets polished. And just get it ultra smooth. So it's still got a little grip on there. I like it super smooth where it feels almost like it's greasy. And then you just put a lot of light coats. And you can have it ready by the evening if you start on the morning. And it'll come out pretty good. I'll show you in another video how you paint it. And sometimes I'll put little holes in the bottom in a good place. I'll show you that in another video so that they can breathe when they get wet inside. Because the dampness will ruin the bulbs. I use really expensive halogen bulbs in my cars, the Gold series. So they don't like water or dampness at all. Blow them out. So that's what I do to try to keep the water out, or get them to dry out so they don't affect that light bulb. Because it's a $250 ticket in a lot of places if you have a headlight out. And they don't care. They'll write that ticket because it's dangerous, really. You ride with one headlight, you look like a motorcycle, truly. You can fool another driver and get in a wreck or cause one. So it's really good to have all your lights burning. If your blinker, when you turn your blinker on and it starts clicking fast, that usually means you have a bad light somewhere. So you really need to check that out. Get out of the car with it running, turn the lights on, turn the signals back and forth, walk around the car, hit your brake lights, and have somebody look in the back, see if the brake lights are running. Because usually that happens if a bulb is out. It's really important. These edges, I could go back and forth on these and this, and go around here on this, and then come back up here, go back and forth to smooth that out so it's all going one way, because it's plastic, so you don't want a bunch of cat scratches in it. That's got a little grippy grip right there. I try to keep this clean, this paper. I like that soapy water. Just a couple drops, you don't need a lot. That way you can get the dirt out and keep your paper clean. Because you know that plastic grinds up onto that paper. You don't want it to keep scratching the headlight up. You just want to get it smooth. You can go around these little doodads too. There's a little rough spot there. But if you get them ultra smooth, the paint will go on really nice. And it takes 3 or 4 days for them to really dry good through and through with all the coats. And they just get clearer, more clear every day. But I mean, they'll be real clear the first day you put them in. But I'll show you in another video how you do that. But it's better if you can get all the inside dry so you don't have dampness or moisture. And try not to paint on a rainy day, because the humidity will really affect the gloss of your paint. And it's sticky. So, and the paint that I use, you really need to be doing it outside and stuff. You don't want to be doing it in your house and be breathing it. It's pretty strong. And make you brain dead breathing paint. Not the greatest thing in the world. I had friends who used to do that to party when I was a kid. I said, man, that sucker be brain dead when I grow up. They're probably dead now, those people. The girl used to inhale clear lacquer in a sock. One time I went, no. Oh, thanks. Sounds terrible to me. You want to turn it up? Pick it up. Try not to ride this and scratch it. Got a little spot right there. You don't need a lot of pressure. You just do it light. The more times you go back and forth, the more it polishes. It's not like you gotta grind it out. You use wet dry sandpaper. I need it to go to 600 and get it even smoother. You can go all the way to 1,000 if you want, but I use usually 400 at first, especially if it has a bunch of gouging in it on the old headlight, and then go to 600 because you can get most of it out and they'll look brand new. Otherwise, you can buy a set, and a lot of these cars are really, really expensive, and the visibility is so bad when they're frosted over. It really, really affects being able to see well. But if you don't want to pay that big money for those lights, then you just refinish it. This is the best way to do it. You can do a quick one with just some baking soda water, which I'll show you in another video. But it just it's way better if you could actually sand them straight down and get them really smooth and spray them. The more coats you put on them, the better they are. They'd be like glass. You never believe it. Just absolutely beautiful. Better than when you bought them. And don't use a lot of soap and water on your headlights or special cleaners. Try just to do them with water, especially at car washes, because that's what takes the finish off. You ruin them. Eat them right up. You feel if they've got little rust spots, get it just as smooth as you can. There you are. I'm going to let this one dry out. I'll take my paper, open it up, and let it dry out so I can reuse it again for that or something else. So it'll dry fast. Just stand it right up so that it'll dry. And try to get all the water out. And I'll try to run the hair dryer in there, because I'm coming up in a hurry to try and dry most of this water out, so I can go ahead and spray it. And otherwise, let it sit for a day and let it dry out naturally. Just leave it like this, and let it dry out, because even though it's got a brace, it holds it up, so this hole is still exposed to get air. So that's how you do it. And make sure this is connected. This one was actually broke loose for some strange reason. It just makes another rattle in the car. But this is really clean. Really smooth. When you put the water on your hand, you can feel how silky smooth, almost like it's greasy. That's how smooth you want it. Alright, so I hope you enjoy, and have a great day, and we'll talk to you again soon on the next video.